everybody. Welcome to a stream where I'll be starting with Jeskai Cycling. This is the list that Javier Dominguez played on the MPL League. Made just one use all tell later, but basically this is Jeskai, but it's playing Memory Leak as an additional 1-mana cycler, which also happens to be relevant against the Verisalt Ultimatum deck. The core of the deck relies around Improbable Alliance, Ironcrag Pyromancer, and Zenith Flare, and you just want to cycle every card. But it's not just a mindless, you cycle. I've played against this deck a lot with my Esper Doom deck, and it's definitely way more deeper than that. It manages to grind very well. It doesn't flood that much, or rather, it does flood, but you do have a lot to do with your mana, even in the flood game. For example, Improbable Alliance or Boon of the Wishgiver are definitely cards that you can exploit with your extra mana. In the Cyber, we have mostly counters for the multi matchup. A couple of Riel. Riel is a card that I like, and is a card that I have always been impressed against whenever I was playing my matches against it. Obviously comes from the sideboard because you prefer Ironcrag Pyromancer, but in the matchup where the 3 damage don't matter, for example, let me say like Salt Ultimatum, or again the Esper deck that I play, those definitely shine, and that's the switch that I made from Javier's list. He had Banishing Light. Of course, he had a reason for that. I didn't ask, and yeah, so this is the current deck that I am playing, and we'll be playing some Arena Ladder. Hello, Li. Congrats on your winning the playoff. Currently I ranked, so I would love to stick around. Hello, MJJ. Yeah, eventually we'll have lunch together again for sure. Okay. Sunny day outside. Alright, this should be some campus. Very cool pictures, the Strixhaven. I wrote in the title standard and draft. I'll be drafting later because I haven't drafted too much. Alright, let's enter a match. Ready. I always love to play against Jeskai Cycling. I was also on the Esper Doom side, and it's just such a challenging match. I end up losing more than I'm winning lately. I have to admit, I never drew Esper Nightmare in those matches. All right, let's keep this hand. Normally you would lead on Fox, but I don't think this is right because I don't have any other cycler. I think I'm just gonna go Improbable Alliance, and then on turn 3, Improbable Alliance cycle Fox. Mountain Charger, okay. It'll be challenging figure out the mana base, but for now, because again, this is my first time actually playing the deck, and I've played against this deck so much that I hopefully figure out how to play it. But this is my first time actually piloting it. Okay, so I'll play Improbable Alliance and cycle Fox. See, imagine if you had played Fox on turn 1, it would have been so bad. Alright, that's 2 tokens which I'll double block the Fervor Champion with for now. Alright. Monrad player can't play pasta 3. So, alright, we won the match. That's a good start. Keep on ranking. Obviously, not the best way to start the video, but it is what it is. It is the ladder after all. You play for literally no stakes, so people aren't definitely incentivized in keeping on playing if they don't enjoy what they're doing. Alright, let's open the pack. That's always a fun thing to do. Clicking on the pack thing, it's Draconic Intervention, okay. Okay, let's keep on playing. This guy cycling. Good morning, everyone. Like yoga pants, yeah. Thank you very much, Aiden. All good, thanks. Yeah, definitely have to keep the schedule going. Our plug is Yorion deck. That's good. Alright, in this hand, I will definitely keep the Fog going. Yeah, so we'll be drafting later. So, this is an island and this is a plains. Opponent's playing the Zagatrion, that must mean Sultai. Don't know. Alright, I don't have red mana for my Purple Alliance, but it'll depend. Again, we will see. My opponent might have the Artless Act here, in which case I'm probably just casting this. Alright, they don't have Artless Act, so I think I want to just get in as much damage as I can. Because the Flourishing Fox here will play around. Okay, I actually want to do Island with this. Because this way I can get enough damage with the Fox. And the Fox not playing around Elspeth Nightmare, because it's a 3-3. The foretell card is most likely the Aaron's Epiphany. Okay, this looks to be a Wolfwheel Haven. If they have also Omen. No. So here I can go Valiant Rescuer Cycle. This way I deal 1 less damage, but I play around Extinction Event. But I don't play around the Sweeper, the 5 mana one. The 5 mana one sorcery. So I can just go triple cycle as well. That's probably for the best. I deal 6 damage. Yeah, probably for the best actually. If I don't have a triple cycler, which it looks like it's the case, it's still fine here. I'm just cycling this. I'm gonna attack for 5. Alright, that's my red mana. Good morning, Mate. We crowned a new moderator, Mate Chacolo. Alright, Extinction Event. So it looks like I should have played around the 5 mana one. Right. I am going to play a Valiant Rescuer here. And I'm playing a top land. And I have Boon of the Wishgiver. This says whenever you cycle another card. It's not like Improbable Alliance where you have to draw the second card. So you can even cycle in your opponent's turn. Yeah, he helped me out sorting the daily sub thing at the top. As well as I made a new thing where I want to try to do daily, but you know, if it's not daily, it's still fine. But I want to do daily. I will randomize it through my subscriber. I will randomize through my subscriber a random person who will get to play a match against me. I want to do it kind of every day. This might be an interesting way to play against the viewers. And all right, So they are actually ready for the ultimatum next turn, and I am not able to kill them here. Right? Because I can deal them 10 damage. Yeah, they go to 2. That would go to 2 here. Interesting situations to be in. I think I'm just passing right now. If they go for an ultimatum, I can actually deal 6 damage to the Vorinclex with the Zenith Flare. So let's keep on going here. Blue, blue. Hello, Professor. How's it going? Okay, Heartless Sack to my Valiant Rescuer. Okay, let me cycle this Boon of the Wish Giver. Nice. I like Negate very much. I could cycle again the Valiant Rescuer. I'm expecting my opponent to cast Aaron's Epiphany this turn. If I go Negate, I just win the game. So let's just let this resolve here. Let's just counter that. Okay, they're passing. I think I will flare them here. Alternatively, I can cycle Valiant Rescuer. And then if I draw land, I'd have a Zenith Flare plus Negate up. I guess that's just probably better. Yeah, Jawara Disruption is a very good point. I was thinking about Test of Talents. Test of Talents is the card that really scares me. It's the card that might just make me lose the game on the spot if I just play a Zenith Flare there. So let's just attack and pass. There's nowhere we need to go here. We're winning. Shark Typhoon for 1. And they have 3 mana. I think now it's safe to just go Flare Face. They're an 8. This is 8 damage. And have a Negate backup, so that should be. Very good game. Yeah, they did a Test of Talents. Good. Okay. This is also, funnily enough, it's how I lost to Javier. I was playing Esper Doom, and he has in the list that I net deck from him, he has 1 Negate, and I tried to Test of Talents his Flare, and he had Negate, and I lost the game from there. All right, so I'm playing against Sultai. Against Sultai, I for sure wanna try cut the Yarenker Pyromancer and replace them with Riel. I wanna load on as many counter magic as possible. I have to cut 5 cards. Again, I'm not exactly sure how is the level of this deck sideboarding, but I always find myself that whenever, again, I always put in the shoes of my opponents whenever I play against it, right? And I always find that Zenith Flare, that 4 is too many in this matchup. So I think I'm trying, where is it? Supposed to say Dragon Singer. I think I want to cut 1 Zenith Flare here. I'm not sure if, yeah, I mean, Dragon Singer is probably better than Go for Blood. Let's go. Okay. What happened with the the sub goal didn't move though? Piccolo, why was that? Was I supposed to do something different with the with the subscriber thing? I guess I'm taking it out because it didn't move. But to figure that out later. All right, opponent goes first, and I'm keeping this end. They have 6 cards and F7. All good. Okay, Duress. I have 2 spells I can discard. I think I'm starting with the Fox here. You've seen how strong was the Fox in the previous game. Go Plains, Fox. Be worried. I just dragged it into play and I thought it was casting it, but it also cycled it. So that was scary. Flourishing Fox does not die to Elspeth Nightmare, which is very good against this deck in general. But the Fox does dodge that. Okay, Wolfwillow Haven. I'll go red with this. I can also go Island Go because I have Disdainful Stroke to play around Binding of the Old Gods. Actually, that's probably the better play. That's the thing with Memory Leak. Like, you don't necessarily need to cast it. You don't necessarily need the mana to cast it. Alright, they can't cast Binding because of the mana. And I am cycling here. They can't really kill the Fox with Artless Act because they can always cycle it again. Alright, so now it comes to play tapped. I guess I just want to shortcut. Yeah, that's true. Little card. You can never play turn 1 Fox, turn 2, turn 2 Alliance. I've never thought about it, but yeah. The mana base does not allow you for that. Sure. So by the way I played, I missed on 2 damage. Because I could have like cycle my turn. I think I will not. Nah, I will still cycle this Memory Leak. Let me draw. Alright, Fox again. Interesting. Interesting. Well, I can go Rockring Triumph Pass. And next turn go Valiant Rescuer with mana up. I want to keep up this Disdainful Stroke. Alternatively, I can just go Land Fox. That's probably the best here. I just go Fox again. If Disdainful Stroke, if I want to counter like a Gargaroth, a Polukranos, a Binding. Morning Mirror Black. Okay. They're working on very few resources here. Okay. I'll cycle this Rescuer end of turn. They have 2 island up, so. Yeah, we ranked up mostly with Esper Doom in the previous days. Hey, I'm just playing in Island here and passing. Unfortunately, I do not have any Cycler that's cheap. That is sometimes a problem with this deck. Again, I could have taken lots of different lines and not. Omen of the Sea you play, sure. Can't do anything about that since my counters are Disdainful Strokes. They have 1 card in end. Right, Tito. Right, I mean, I'm just countering this. Let's just go for like Test of Talents or Negate here. Okay. Tormod's Crypt is interesting. Tormod's Crypt will shut off my Zenith Flares. Unsure if it's, you know, the best thing to do, but interesting. Alright, let me cycle this Rockring Triumph and attack for 3. Starling Development is, funnily enough, sometimes gives +3/+3 to a creature. Because what it says is, target creature becomes a blue serpent with base power and toughness 4/4, meaning that if you target your fox, for example, it becomes right now a 6/6. Or if you target your fairy token from Improbable Alliance, becomes a 4/4. So, not to underestimate. Buongiorno, guys. I'm just cycling through my cards here. Start with this. I think it's better cycling than casting the Dranic Healer. Especially since I might draw a counter or a memory leak in this case. Remember, they have this Tormod's Crypt, but I also threw him down on a Zenith Flare. So that was nice. Well, Boon of the Wish Giver is interesting. Because on one hand, I want to pump the Fox. On the other hand, I want to draw 4 cards. I think I'm just attacking and passing. Yeah, Arcast Boon is the new Arcast Shark Typhoon. Playing as the blue deck, so they might have a counter, but they also have 6 mana, so with a forest they can cast Ultimatum, although they have only 2 cards in it. Okay, Elspeth Nightmare is fine. Elspeth Nightmare is great in this matchup, but on turn 3. Later in the game, I found it to be, not. Especially since my opponent is so all in on this Tormod's Crypt effect. The problem here is that Elspeth Nightmare will take a look at my hand after I draw lots of cards. But that's fine. I mean, I guess I can cycle whatever I draw here. So let me play Plains and pay 6 mana for the Boon here. They have 1 card in hand only. They have a counter spell. It happens. I'm not interested in playing this Fox. That's why I tap like this. I have Mystical Dispute in my deck. If I draw like 2 Dispute, I'm passing the turn. And I can only discard 1 and I still have the answer to the Ultimatum if that happens to happen. You say that happens to happen? Shark Typhoon against Control. Speaking of Shark Typhoon, that's what my opponent's doing. I don't know why now, but sure. Okay, so I draw 4 cards here. Let's see how many spells. I draw 2 spells, so my opponent won't be able to discard 1. I'm hoping they don't go Force Ultimatum, because they have exactly that amount of cards in here. What was my best cuisine of the weekend? On Saturday, I ate a pretty typical dish of my area, which is piadina. It's basically like a different, like you can say, is a mix between pizza and bread. And I put in it. No, I didn't put it. I went to the restaurant, so I ordered sausage, eggplant, mozzarella, and pesto. That was a lot of things in it. All right. So they found the binding. That resolves. That resolves. I think I'm keeping the fox around because of the Dragon Stinger. Ooh, Riel. Ooh, I love Riel. Although my opponent does have Yorion plus Binding. Riel is gonna make me draw so many cards here. Let's start with the Riel. It says whenever you discard 1 more card for the first time each turn. Yeah. I want to play Riel for sure here. Riel's such a bomb. I really love her. Now I'm drawing 2 cards in an extra card. What else? This is red mana for my Alliance. I can go Alliance, and then in my opponent's turn I can cycle the Stinger. Yeah, because remember, thanks to Riel, you draw 2 cards per turn. So you're actually just triggering a Improbable Alliance just with 1 Cycler. So I'm passing here, because this one is, yeah, it has to be the second card. I already drew my second card this turn. Yeah, let's do it in upkeep. Just to play around. So I am cycling the Stinger, drawing 2 cards because of the Riel, and triggering the Improbable Alliance already. Nice. Okay, so opponent has their turn. They still cannot ultimatum, by the way. They do search for force now, but it comes to play tapped. They exile my graveyard, but that doesn't really matter because they already had a Tormos Crypt. And now they're going to blow up. We'll see if they want to kill the Alliance or the Riel. But anyway, for sure the Blink and the Omen. These people in the chat asking why didn't I cast Zenith Flare. They had the card Tormos Crypt in play. Okay. They kill my Riel, very good. Right to top. No, it's not good news. Right to top, but it's okay. We can move on here. I have to draw a Cycler. Don't. I'll play Riel. Hopefully this resolves. And then I'm passing, because I can use the Improbable Alliance in my opponent's turn. As well as having a negate up. Remember, when you discard a card that you draw, so you trigger the Improbable Alliance by itself, so you don't have to do a main phase. Alright, they're scrying here. Again, I'll let them go. I need to keep the negate for ultimatum. Remember, they scryed 2 top earlier. So I have to play around the ultimatum now. They scryed both on top. Yeah, I don't feel very well, but we'll see. Actually, they're shuffling away a card that they scryed on top, so. They have 2 cards that they selected among the top 3. And one of them is Ekiora Best the Sea God. Well, I don't really think I can let this resolve, right? It is annoying because... Actually, should I let this resolve? Let me think about this. The problem is that if I get an 8-8, and then they tap on my creature, but I can chum block the 8-8 with Improbable Alliance for a few turns. I want to let this resolve. I know it's crazy, but I want to let this resolve. And then I draw an extra card and make a token. Alright, Omazin and Flare are here. I need to draw Cyclers. I'll cycle this Boon of the Wishgiver. Draw 2. And make a token. Remember, now my opponent will topple my creature on my permanents. Not that it matters, but... I'll play a Valiant Rescuer, because I can then cycle and make a token as well as everything else. I might attack to do 1 damage, but I don't think it's worth it, so I'm just passing the turn. Opponent taps down all my creatures and gives Death Touch to theirs. What's the thing that... I guess if they steal Miriel, it's annoying, but if they steal Improbable Alliance, they can activate it because they have the Ketra Triumph. Anyway, they're attacking here. I am for sure cycling this Valiant Rescuer. Making my... drawing 2 cards, making a token, making 2 tokens. And now I can just for sure chump block the Kraken. I think I'm also chump blocking this Yorion. Basically, the way I played was I need to keep negate for the ultimatum, and the Cure Best Sea God might have been a bait. F5 lands up, so I can't loot with Improbable Alliance. Binding of the Old Gods. The question is, do I want them to bind me? What do I want? Sorry. What do I not want them to bind me here? Gabriel? I think I have to just stay strong and not do anything here. Resolves. Every one of this is for the first time each turn, so yeah, Riel is gone. End of turn, I'll cycle. I think I cycled this. It's very unlikely that I am going to actually cast the Memory Leak here. And then I'll play a Zenith Flare for 3. I know it's a mini flare. Actually, I probably should not. All right, yeah, let's just split that. I'm taking the turn. I'll cycle, make 2 tokens. I have 8 mana up, right? Do I want to say up? No, yeah, I have 8 mana. Sorry, 9 mana up. I think I'm passing here. With lots of counters up. The Zenith Flare says 5 on it. Okay, so the Cure Best Seagull will steal a permanent. Let's see what they steal. They steal my Alliance. I'll for sure cycle this Fox to make a token. Let's see if I draw another Cycler. Nice. I can now cycle this and make a Spirit token as well. And now I have lots of counters back up. So this resolves, you steal my Alliance, and that one gets a land. We're playing patiently, but it's rewarding. Very rewarding to play patiently. You have to check your deck count a lot, this deck. We have 17 cards in our deck. You play Shadow Verdict. Well, that cannot really resolve, can it? Play on the gate on that. I think they had negate the whole time in end. I don't know. We'll see. They might have also had ultimatum. They have 5 mana up, so my dispute will be active eventually. By eventually, I mean either this or next turn. But yeah. Oh, they surveil the card. Sorry, foretold the card. They foretold the card here. Yeah, I'm taking my turn. Yeah, this should be going now. Attack with all. Then I cast Flare, you crack the Crypt, then I cast Flare again, and that's lethal. Alright, this has been a good game. They have 3 mana, so they're gonna crack the Tormod's Crypt. And then I'll Zenith Flare them again. Again, I've had lots of experience with this matchup from the opposite side. That again, I've never played with this deck before, but the way it rewards patiency, I don't think there's any other deck in a while that rewards patience as this deck. In these matchups, of course, there's other matchups. There's other matchups where you actually want to be a little bit more aggressive. Alright. Let's keep climbing. The thing is that you have to think about that this Sultai deck. This Sultai deck doesn't really, like, almost all the time requires Ultimatum to win. So for a game like this, where they just had Cure Best the Sea God, and the other like small threat, it didn't really matter basically. Okay, let's go. New match. So the Zenith is lacking almost everything. Lacking almost everything. But it does have 2 lanes. I don't think this deck is really required to mulligan. I don't know, I guess I say that to every deck, so. Okay, happy to draw. Fox, at least have something to do on turn 1. I don't have planes, unfortunately. It'll be the mirror match. I'll play Alliance. I'm hoping I hit the land next turn. Oh, that big Nick. Yeah. Okay, opponent's playing is it Dragons, I think. It's another deck that I was considering for today's stream. Let's cycle this. Hopefully I draw land. Let's cycle this again. Well, one more red, or I think I want more red deck. And I'm passing. Unfortunately, I had to cycle in my turn because of the land drop. Now I'm cycling my opponent's turn, but I won't be able to make a token because Improbable Alliance says when you draw your second card, okay? That's a small difference. I'm still like doing it, of course. I've Zenith Flare in my decks. I have to like cycle everything I have all the time. You can also use Zenith Flare to kill a Glorybringer. Sorry, not Glorybringer. What's the name? Ghostbane Dragon. Do I want to actually do that here? I think so. Prismari Command, sure. Ooh, they're playing the combo deck, actually. They discarded Search for Glory. Okay, so that's Glorybringer, Ghostbane Dragon. Attacks. Sorry, it comes into play. Now, before it attacks, I'll attempt to Zenith Flare it. Let's see if they have a protection. They can have Sajiri Shelter. They go and Substantiate. Wow. Powerful. Very powerful. Okay, they're going. They're going off. So they are mutating Rodan, which is now flashing back for free Prismari Command. They didn't have a Rodan, no. Okay, so they're now mutating 2 things. Wow. Wow. Opponent's going off. Official. I mean, I try my best. I guess they just they had to. This is a turn 4-5. I think this is a turn. Yeah, this should be a turn 5 kill for my opponent here. Sure, they were able to piece together enough win conditions. Yeah. Now they're flashing back 3 cards. Search for Glory tutors up the 4th Rodan here. And then Prismari Command makes 2 mana. And they have infinite. They have infinite trigger. They have infinite. I mean, not infinite, finite, but like enough Prismari Command to bolt my face. So they got it. That's a game. So they go 4th Rodan here. So they flashback 4 creatures. This is a turn 5 kill, by the way. Their deck is fun. Played against ones. I don't think no one has ever played a DM field or Rivals League, but definitely cool. So now they go get like any. Oh, they got Burgi. I guess they have another mutate card in end. Avignon played. Oh, cool. So they go 3 mana Burgi, but they go Lord Drakis first. I mean, this is so now they flashback 4. They flashback 4 spell because of the 4 Rodan, and then they get back a card. You have never seen this deck, Kiori? Wonderful. What turn is this? It's turn 5. I'll let him do it, because certainly something worth showing if you have never seen it. Oh, they even have this card, Open the Omen Path. The 3 mana makes 2 mana, meaning that you get to ramp up mana with yeah, they can kill you with the Spikefield Azard as well as the other one. Oh yeah, Standard definitely has this thing here. Oh wow, look at that. Look at that. They unsubstantiated the Glorybringer, meaning that they return all the mutations here, and they can do it again. They can cast the Glorybringer and start again with Rodan, mutating it. Remember, mutating is targeting the dragon, so you make a treasure, and you flash back a card for free. So you mutate again. Mutate all the time costs 2 mana because you're paying 2 treasure to cast it, but you're making a treasure. And the funny thing is that it's free basically because Prismari Command give you a treasure, so it gives you the 2 mana back. Okay? So as long as you have Rodan in hand, you can't just shock your opponent for free, and that's the combo. When they did a lot of feces because they also had a removal spell, so they needed the turn 5 Glowspine Dragon plus a backup counter immediately, which they did. Yeah, it's not a Glorybringer. I keep on calling Glorybringer. It did bring them glory though. It was worth it, right? Alright, good game. Want to see my opponent deck? Yeah, definitely. Okay, now how do we separate against them? Rekka Melee, it's probably good. I'll have a Soulgate Lantern around. Well, this Nymphal Stroke is interesting, but I think I will bring that in. Bring that in, yes. I'll cut Negate just because I need some different kind of interaction, right? Cut Ironcrag Pyromancer. What else do I want to cut? Just some Cyclers. Probably just some Cyclers. Maybe I can cut a Nymphal Stroke. Alright, let's go with this. Yeah, also my opponent played so fast. Also, I was able to explain you how it goes because I already played against it. But the first time, I was definitely clueless of what happened. Alright, Eli posted the deck list in the chat. Yeah, I'm sure that if you like search for Rivals deck list, it'll pop up that one. The deck is different. Could be. Alright, let's play first. Alright. I don't have any turn 1 Cycler. Sorry, 1 mana cycler, so I don't think it's good to play Fox here again. I'll play Alliance, and then on turn 3 I'll play Alliance Fox. I've had the similar hand in the first match, and that's how I sequenced it. I'm actually keeping this one around, because I might just block a Ghostbane Dragon and pump it to a 4/4. Not that I'm planning on, but that could be a thing. Like, basically whenever you have to cycle, you have to think about what is the worst, or worst one of just actually being a card in your hand. Seize the Spoil. So discard a card, draw 2, make a treasure. Now I'll cycle this Starling Development, make 2 tokens, draw a card. Oh, Memory Leak. I don't even have black mana, so it doesn't matter. Let's play Tapland Pass. My opponent can already cast the dragon, so I'll keep up to this Damnful Stroke. They cast Burge instead. Sure. Yeah, I'll I want to cycle or keep it for my turn? I think I will cycle. I mean, I'm drawing 2 cards, and there's always the possibility that I draw another cycler, in which case I'm drawing 2 cards, so I'll be triggering the Probable Alliance. Basically, like, sometimes you can play around not drawing 2 lands in a row, but I don't think this was the case. Alright, and opponent goes to 12, and we've doubled this Damnful Stroke, so hopefully we're good to win here. I don't have any more cyclers, but I don't really think I need it right now. When it isn't dead next turn, because Zenith Flare is just a 4. Unless I manage to play it end of turn, but if they play a Dragon here, I have to cast this Damnful Stroke. Remember, they get mana from Burgi whenever they cast any spell. They cast Rodan, which I can't do this Damnful Stroke apparently. Would you cast for free? Use the Spoil. Sure. Despite their mutating paying 4 mana, the converted mana cost, or I guess mana value, it's still 3, the mana value of Rodan. I could have Zenith Flare the Burgi, but I just want to keep this Damnful Stroke for the actual dragon here. Yeah, I don't think I can cast Zenith Flare, can I? Zenith Flare is just so bad against, like... I guess they can also win without? No. I don't think they can win without the dragon. I guess Burgi also produces the mana. Is Burgi just another piece of the dragon? Is Burgi replacing dragon officially here? My big problem is that I cast Zenith Flare. They just break me, I think. Any counter magic kills me. I think I have to let them continue. Wow, I had 2 counter magic and they were not good enough. This Damnful Stroke, I guess, is not ideal. Yeah, maybe I should have flared it. Unsure. Well, we'll see what happens here. I'm Warden. Yeah, I'm just letting them go here. I don't expect them to kill me at this point. I think opponent's going to make a lot of value. I mean, they think they just have the kill, right? Don't they just do the same thing as the dragon? If you think about it, Burgi makes so that you get multiple mana every time. They can't counter it? I mean, Yeah, I lost. Yeah, probably. Most likely I lost this game. But it was a good game. They got Spikefield Azard there. It's anyhow, I'm actually the one that's timing out. And all my opponents, they're playing so fast. Very impressive. They still have like they still have 2 mana up. And now Zenith Flare doesn't even kill it, so sure. Wow. What a sweet deck my opponent's playing. I'm jealous. I wanna do all that fun too. Eventually we will. I kinda hope they draw the whole deck so I can just map their deck through through the untap app. Yeah, I have to play my opponent's deck. I agree. I agree. Now let's just play at least like an hour and a half of this, but eventually. You wonder how consistent it is? I mean, they won 2 games on turn 5. And the funny thing is that this game they won on turn 5, and we even like we had cards, you know? We had cards. Alright, yeah, I think they've established the loop here. Yeah, I'm just saying good game here. Good game. Good game. No, we lost so much ranks. We lost so much ranks. It took so long to get here. Alright, that's the ladder. That's the beauty and the bed of the ladder.
Need a way to re-spark the excitement in your TCG collection? Box breaks are the way to get your hands on cards from the games you love. Learn more today at cfbboxbreaks.com or check out CFB Box Breaks on YouTube.
No, they don't need Tassa Oracle. They have infinite burn. They have infinite burn. Once they establish the loop with Rodan, lots of Rodan, they can just make mana to burn me every time. Yeah, mutation. Definitely an underappreciated strategy. Alright, playing against no. They're thinking about it though. No, it's thinking about it. Alright, this is nice. I don't love to cycle on turn 1, especially. I mean, I guess, let's say I didn't have the Triome, I would have probably cycled on turn 1. But I think overall. Oh, Serrated Scorpion. This might be the red-black. The red-black sacrifice deck with Eye Twitch. The infamous Eye Twitch. Is it on the cliff? I think I'll go Island. And I'll cast the Alliance. I can also. Let me consider cast. No, I've been an Alliance. Yeah. Let's cast the Alliance. Yeah. And next time I can cast the Rescuer and the Cycler. Yes. Worst Rider. They can have claimed the firstborn on my Rescuer. I think it's fine. Alright, let me go a swamp with this. So I'm casting the Rescuer, and I'm cycling the Fox. Or no, actually this one. I draw a card, I make 2 tokens. Ooh, Pyromancer. I love this. We need to draw land though. They do have 2 one mana cycler, but Ironclad Pyromancer is so powerful if you're playing against the actual creature decks. So far, I haven't really. I mean, I guess the previous decks was a creature deck, but they are the only like larger thing. Plum the Forbidden. Sweet. So they're paying 2 mana to draw 3 cards. Mm-hmm. Now for specimens. So they make it 1/1 and they're learning here. I really hope I can draw land so I can go Pyromancer cycle. If I don't, fine. Necrotic Fume, okay. Oh yes, I draw it. Perfect. So I'll cast the Pyromancer. And I'll cycle Fox. Free trigger will happen here. Making a token and bolting this Wolf Rider. Then I'm attacking with Olier. If they want to trade Pest with Valiant Rescuer, I'm okay with that. Since then that means that they don't have the creature to sacrifice to the Necrotic Fumes. Plus, Valiant Rescuer going to the graveyard increases my Zenith Flare for 1. Also attacking with ult means that they don't block the 1/1, that's 1 extra damage. Valiant Rescuer reminds me of Young Pyromancer. Very powerful in this deck. Mm-hmm, 5th mana. Earth Scorpion, okay. So I can go Necrotic Fumes to kill my Pyromancer, drain me for 2. They have 1 mana left. Let me just cast another Alliance and cycle. Now, I'm wondering whether I should cycle now or not. I think so, because I don't have a land drop to make, so I think I will cycle now. Oh, this one exiles. No, exiles. Then should cost exile this creature, so that it didn't drain me. Good to know, thanks. There's 6 mana, I can flashback this, but they're definitely going down here slowly. The snowball of this deck is so real. Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's start by cycling this Boon of the Wishkeeper. Making 2 tokens. Drawing a card. And then I want to attack just with the flyers. They go to 10, potentially 12, then have 6 damage, potentially 6, and Zenith Flare is 6, so I think I can take a turn off to just memory leak them here. Should have lethal on board, bearing and my opponent gaining any life. Okay, I guess I'll take this, but I don't really know what it does, so I'll have to read it while it's in the exile zone. It's 4 mana 2/4 double strike. Whenever you cast or copy an instant spell, return target legendary creature from your graveyard to your end. 8 mana. As an additional cost, you may sacrifice any number of creatures, but cost 2 less. Each opponent sacrifices a creature, make a 3/6 avatar. That was a lot of words for a Magic the Gathering card. Anyway, they bottomed. So here I have lethal on board, as I said, because I have 6 damage in the air. They can go up to, they can gain 2 life, so they can go up to 6, and I have Zenith Flare for 7. Can I make a land drop? I don't know, maybe they played that card from behind. Plus 8 mana, they have 7, so they can sacrifice the Surge Scorpion. No, they cast Village Rites, sure. Distant Questing Beast. Yeah, but Questing is very straightforward. At least it's like a 4/4 overall. It does do a lot of things, but it's just a 4/4. The dice to Bone Crusher Giant. Okay. We got this game. Again, the Improbable Alliance very, very strong. So I'm playing as the creature deck this time around. It's also a wild creature deck, let me see. Maybe just start boarding very lightly here. I don't know if I want the Soulgate Lantern. We've seen some graveyard synergies, but not that big. I might actually just, just sideboard only Soulgate Lantern. Or negate. And keep my deck strong. Straightforward and strong. Buongiorno, Steve. Do they have Croxa? That's a good question. I don't know. Maybe. Alright. Lands and spells, that's a keep. Charizard. Unfair specimens, okay. They got environmental sciences. That's funny. Alright, so what do I do here? I mean, I could cast the Rescuer. This is definitely the best card. They kill it, I remember Black that Frank Carson actually said which card has the longest text in Magic the Gathering. It used to be the card Dance of the Dead from the Ice Age, but it was overcame by the card Rodan and Will, like the Planeswalker Blue and Red. I think that is the card with the most words in Magic right now. Over 600. In the Oracle text. You always have to think about the Oracle text, not just read the card, because those cards is... Alright, Ashal Planet didn't do that much. So, that's good. I can't cast Fox. I think it's a... Or, I can just cycle now and then cycle twice in my... Actually, no, this one works if you cycle a card. You don't have to cycle twice. That's good to know. So, let's do this. Let's play Fox. And then let's cycle. Make a token. Increase the Fox, pass the turn. Yes, this is what I do here. Pass, of course. I don't want to trade Vana Rescue for Eye Twitch. My opponent turn, I will cycle again, or increase the Fox, and we'll make a token. 600 characters. Yeah, sorry. I probably meant to say 600 characters. Rated Scorpion, okay. Fox is obviously the best on turn 1, but even here will be a very threatening creature. Nice, Steve. That's good. Alright, end of turn, I will be cycling, I think the Drani Thealer just looks to be the worst to me. Click, click, click. Okay, draw. Land. What do I want to do now? Because I can... The problem of fighting Go for Blood with Serrated Scorpion, surely if it works, that's good, but it also might not work. So I think I'm better off just... I think I'm better off just playing Dranit Stinger. Attack with a Fox. And then cycle one of those in my turn and with the other one in my opponent's turn. That way I'll just, do all the things. Okay, that works. Plumb the Forbidden you play. I mean. So you're drawing 2 cards, lose 2 life, and 2 drawing up a creature. Actually, you're drawing 3 cards. You're drawing 3 cards. You play Pest Summoning. Draw a card. Yeah, let's go second main phase. Again, I'm cycling this. That would trigger all of them, because it's the first time I'm cycling this turn. And then I pass. Yep, you can go. I don't think my opponent deck can play a sweeper, really. Ghost Rider. Okay. You're passing. I will cycle this. Actually, I think I'll cycle this one. I'll trigger all my things. Deal them a damage with the Stinger. I don't know if the damage from the Stinger actually matters. It definitely adds up. Alright, so that's a black mana for my Memory Leak. And I think I will actually, I mean, let's cycle first. And then I'll decide whether I want to Memory Leak or leave up mana for Mana Flare, a Zenith Flare. Remember, you have to cycle once per turn to trigger your things. Well, now, what do I want to do? I think my Zenith Flare is still too small. Yeah, I think I'm just casting this Memory Leak. One has 6 cards. We're post Cyber, so they might also have a discard spell for my Flare. Yeah, they do have Plumb the Forbidden, which was the card I was scared the most. I'll take that. Now we're in combat phase, where I'm considering attacking with the team. I don't think it's a bad idea, considering that my opponent has to chump the fox with the goat, and then probably just sack it to draw 2 cards. And then they can, like, kill my 2 good creatures, but as a result, they'll take 4. Yeah, I think it's fine. I don't have any more cyclers. I think it's okay if I, like, throw all my creatures. This isn't a value deck? That's not true. This deck has a lot of value. Look how many tokens we got for free. You'd have seen my previous games against the Sultai deck. That's definitely a value game. Alright. Yeah. Whenever fill their hand, they have 7 cards in their hand. Thank you for the raid, Treswidden. Welcome, welcome. We're playing Cycling today, and first time in my life to play Cycling, but I've played so much against it. The deck has been very impressive against me that I always felt like it had something. It was always like a deck that I wanted to try, but never really. So, hope you guys are enjoying the deck now. So they go Ghost Rider, Pest Summoning, so they're rebuilding. Starling Development. Huh. Let me think, but this might be the win con here. Even if they block like 4 of my creatures, 2 gets through. I can pump 1. I see, this should be lethal, right? So 2 gets through, I can pump 1, so that's 5, you go to 10. Do you go to 1 here? I think they go to 1 here. Let me see, let's just attack with ult first. I think they go to 1 right now, let's see how they block. Well, let me repeat. I Starling Development one of those tokens. I Starling Development the 1/1. As a result, they take 5. They go to 10. Then Starling Development is in the graveyard, so Zenith Flare deals 9 damage. Has gained life, but I can't kill them in response because they're both instant. Well, considering that this is not working, I think I should just take another line here. What is my other line here? I can cast Starling Development on the 1/1 that's going to kill the Ghost Rider. Is that a good play? I think it might be a good play. Opponent will just flash back another Ghost Rider as a 5/4. I think I will kill the Ghost Rider. When is was a 1 life. My flare is not lethal because it's only 9 damage. Okay, so everything else has to trade because they can't sacrifice if they want to kill my tokens. I made my land drop, so I'm passing the turn here. Yeah, they go to 13, 15, sorry. Back to 15 here. Temple of Malice. Really tries Widen. Let's see. They have infinite cards in the graveyard that can bring back Ghost Rider for days. For days. Serrated Scorpion. Sure. And that Ghost Rider. Okay. Oh no, you cast Answer Specimens. I guess you can get the removal spell. Yeah, and the Necrotic Fumes. So they're exiling my Fox here. Yep. I think I want to keep my Flare in hand. Right, this is not bad, but not now. I should have to pass the turn here. Unless I want to cast this. I think it's fine to cast this. My opponent didn't really I thought unless they have another necrotic hunt for specimens and necrotic fumes. I had a tough time dealing with this previously, so. Bastion of Remembrance, okay. To make a token. Find one Cycler, it's still not lethal. Also because now they can use Ghost Rider to sacrifice their this one says whenever a creature you control dies, yeah. But I can actually grind a little bit here. I need to find Cyclers. Yeah, I'll pass. Luna's now definitely surviving for a while. I think they might have actually turned the corner now when they're ahead here. It is definitely scary, if I draw Zenith Flare, it's lethal, but. Works, sure. I guess I'm flaring them. I'm happy I cast the Pyromancer. I'll flare them. I got 22. Let's see if they have a sacrifice. Oh yeah, they just go Ghost Rider. Sure. Okay, so they're bringing back Crooks up, putting me on 18. I definitely have some draws here. Something like Cycle, Flare. Buongiorno, people. Oh, I think I'm chumping. I don't think these tokens are doing much anyway now. Like Cycler's Flare should win here. Right, that's a start. Let's cycle. I think I'm Bolton Face. Ah, land. The land did not fight for us here. Am I casting it? Am I playing it, sorry? Yeah, I mean, opponent's discarding it anyway with the Croxa, so might as well play it. Yeah, pass. Now they just have to get me dead as soon as possible, I think. Their goal here. Flare. Pass. Bom dia, Augusto. You want to chump both. No, actually, this doesn't give me an extra turn. Just chumping one here. Doesn't give me an extra turn if I chump both, since I'm still dying next turn. I guess if I draw another chump blocker, I can survive. No, it's... I'm just all in at this point. All in at this point to find a flare as soon as possible. Opponent's on 5, they can gain 3 up to 8. Ooh, Kazu's Fury. I see, I should have chump blocked. Alright, good game. I didn't think about Kazu's Fury. Good to know. Next game we'll think about it. I definitely happy I brought in the Solga Lantern. That's okay. Let's just go to game number 3. This game we could have put up them to 1. This game we could have put them on 1, but unfortunately 1 is in fact not 0. One is not 0. Overall, there's something I regret about this game. Maybe I cast a... One decision that I regret maybe is when I cast a memory leak. I thought I was very ahead. Turns out I was just a little bit ahead, not that much ahead. Maybe that's when I should have cycled. Whenever you lose close games like this, or you put your opponent on 1, you always have to think about how could I have got better. You know, that's actually how you get better. So I think that was the play that I should focus a little bit more on the next time. Just not casting memory leak. If I'm ahead, thinking, oh, I can only lose if they have like a broken card, which they really didn't have. All right, let's go play first. Very strong end. I'll go Plains Mountain Island. On turn 1, I'll cycle the Boon of Wishgiver. A cazzo. Play the... Yeah, play the only land I shouldn't have not played. Alright, I guess change of plans. We're playing Valiant Rescue turn 2. Not that big of a difference, but yeah. Probably better, right? Play Alliance on turn 2. Actually, I mean, this one can attack, whereas the Alliance does not attack. Fedebello. What's your level, Fedebello? Ranked 86? On for Specimens here. The Gauss start from scratch deals only to any target. Sure. Alright, let's just go Improbable Alliance, cycle, go for blood here. Make 2 tokens. And pass. They can go start from scratch to kill my Valiant Rescuer. Sure. Remember that this you have to draw 2 cards in your turn, whereas this you just have to cycle. I think I'm cycling the Triome. Not the best turn 4 I could have imagined, but unfortunately, lots of lands here. And I'll attack with this. I don't mind trading. Their deck relies around like doing things with their pests, so I'm happy to trade, I think. Yeah, I lost yesterday's draft and cake. I know, I was so sorry. Next week I'll recoup it all. Next week, Ferebello, I'll recoup it all. Can't wait, actually. That's the thing I look forward to most. Okay, Boon of the Wishgiver. That one I cannot cast. I'll simply Valiant Rescuer. That's fine. I think I'll hold that because I can go. I can go Swamp, cast Valiant Rescuer, and then cycle the Triome, making 2 tokens attack for 2. What did they draft? They drafted Thames Power Mustard. Yeah, so I made a mistake here in this land here. Missed Gate Pathway should have been instead of Henge Gate. Okay, but I'm attacking in the air. Let's see what happens here. I think I want to block. This token isn't really attacking here. Or casting the Boon. I can't cast the Boon right now. I don't have double blue. Soulgate Lantern. Interesting. I am unfortunately cycling the Boon here. Triggering both Alliance and the Rescuer. Okay, Fox. Now, I can decide whether I want to attack. Attack with the Rescuer and they trade with the Wood Strider. I can Soulgate Lantern the Wood Strider. I think I don't mind doing that. Probably not, though. Unsure if I want to play Lantern or not. I actually don't do anything and just keep the Fox in my turn. To cycle my opponent's turn, so I can trigger a Rescuer again. Village Rights, okay. You cannot sometimes keep your lands in your hand because you can activate Improbable Alliance and get rid of them this way, but Zach actually uses the mana pretty well. Three mana. Boston remembers number 2. Sure. Wrong. I'm the firstborn. Right, so let me cycle this. We'll get a token. Really need another cycler. Now I'm not triggering the Alliance. Taking 3. Lumb. Yep, that's good. So now you trigger. Wow, look at that. Sure. You draw 3 cards and drain me for 4. Impressive. Alright, I'll play Pyromancer. I'll play Soulgate Lantern. I don't think it matters. I'll sacrifice this Soulgate to draw a card. Ay, ay, ay. And attack for whatever it is. Now, I do have the Alliance to trigger the Pyromancer, but my opponent has 6 cards in end. Six cards in end against my 2. I Twitch. Interesting. Hopefully they don't have the lesson that deals the damage. When you... No, what does it do? No. I don't think it's a lesson, actually. The one that deals damage. Ghost Rider, okay. And you have 2 cards. 3 mana. Sorry, 3 cards, 3 mana. Let's see if you kill my Pyromancer. Okay, let's activate this Parallel Alliance here. Where are we dealing 3 damage to? I think I'm dealing 3 damage to Ghost Rider again. It's trouble because I'm also losing to those bastions here. No, Jeremy H. You can only tutor lessons from the sideboard, not from the exile zone. Right, so go to 5 here. Well, let me attack with all here. And 1 blocker back, but I think it's okay, right? Yeah, I think I have to attack with all. I'm assuming they block, but they might not block and then kill my token and attack me. But I assume they block, so. What are you learning? Like anything that burns me for 3? That's summoning. Yeah, this should be lethal now. If they have 8 mana. I think they do actually have 8 mana. Kroxa. Huh. Yeah, this should be it, because it was Fury. Alright, good game.